Hi, my name is Juliette and I welcome you to podcast episode number, I don't know. Today we are going to talk about, is New Age spirituality even real? So I welcome you to the Christmas setting, a Christmas vibe, this whole thing. I hope you love it. And today we are going to react to a girl who claims that New Age spirituality is a cult.
New Age spirituality is a scam. It's a cult. It will literally trap you into this way of thinking that you can create your whole reality and that something is wrong with you because you're not manifesting abundance or you're not manifesting a new life.
Okay, so I partially agree with her and I also don't agree with her because I've had my own say on New Age spirituality that sometimes it's mostly about techniques that they offer you and it's about karmic cycles and it's about all these things. Well, I really preach that there are only 5 truths in this world. The 4 truths and the 5th one is everything's changeable except for those 4 truths. And it's because you can literally fathom and think about it yourself that everything is changeable. Everything can change except for a few things that haven't changed throughout the existence of the world. It's like you exist is one of them. The one is the all and the all are the one. You have everything is here and now. And whatever you put out is what you get back. So I do agree with her that there are a lot of rules put upon people by people who claim to be spiritual, but what they do, from their own perspectives, they are scared for things that they experience, and that's why they say those things. Just like she is, because she doesn't like to be confronted with the fact that everything that happens, what you put out there is what you get back, right? Is essentially what you create. It's not per se that you create it, it's that you attract it. It's not your fault. This is a thing that a lot of people still do not understand, is that a lot of things aren't your fault. Everything, it's not your fault. You know, in my depression and anxiety age, am I going to say now, because of managing things in a way and handling things a certain way, that was my fault, that was my own doing? No, it was just me at that time. And I was attracting all of this bad shit. And essentially, I think creating is the wrong word. I think that a lot of things also, right? Because she says that if you're also not creating abundance and happiness, that you're doing it wrong. That's not true. I do agree again with her partially about sometimes people preach too much that you need to create certain things and you need to let go of certain things and you need to always be positive. Well, it's just not that realistic for a lot of people. But to say that it's a cult and it's a way of thinking is just, I think, a too harsh of a branding to put on New Age spirituality. I'm not going to defend it, but I'm also not going to agree with her because everything that she's saying is also from a perspective of fear. It isn't really from a truthful way. But I do get what she's saying. I do get it. But it's like, just because you can't attract what you want or what you putting out there is what you get back, right? So if you're attracting or experiencing a lot of shit in your life, then maybe stop and think about why. Think about why it's happening in your life and don't dwell on it. Because this is what a lot of people do. Whatever she's saying, she actually brought this video out this year in June, I think 6th of June. 666, just kidding. And it's like, yeah, haven't we already covered this with New Age spirituality? You could say the same about me making this video. But haven't we already covered knowing this? The whole thing about it isn't your fault. It's just what your spiritual standpoint or your energetic standpoint, your vibration is at that moment, because everything is frequency, energy, and vibration, right? That's like Nikola Tesla stuff. That's fucking scientific stuff. Haven't we already covered that? Yeah, we already fucking know that it's not your fault. We have already covered it. That's the thing that I first overcame, when I researched about law of attraction and stuff. So I got into law of attraction when I was 20. So that's 7 years ago, almost 8 years ago. And the first thing that I believed because of the 5 a.m. crowd was everything that I do is my own fault. And that got me into a deeper hole that I couldn't crawl out of. And the first thing that I had to overcome was, it isn't your fault, but it is your doing. I don't want to say it like that, but it is just your vibrational standpoint. Like, it isn't anybody's fault. Just because people don't know what's going on outside of us, as in, behind the scenes, it doesn't make it any less real. Just because you can't see it. Like, a lot of people, and this is another extreme, right? I don't like how a lot of people are so arrogant that they think that it works a certain way just because they are experiencing it like this. What everybody is saying is everybody's own truth. And that is part of the changeable truths. So the things that you can actually think up for yourself that haven't changed at all, like you exist. Well, that's like a fact that everybody is experiencing, right? All is here now. Yeah, you can't go anywhere else. Whatever you put out there is what you get back. Well, it seems like when I feel bad, more bad things come to me. And it seems like when I feel good, more good things come to me. And this is not for, when I say that it's going to be a bad day, it's actually a good day. Yeah, it's because you gave up the expectation of the good day, okay? Your vibration is subtle. It knows exactly where you are each and every single time of your existence, right here, right now. And what's the fourth one? The fourth one is you are the all, and the all is a one. And that is a thing that most people cannot fathom, because it also means that you attract everything that you are, basically. Your personality creates your personal reality. And just because you don't want to own up to that fact doesn't make it any less real. Yes, you are so right about people selling courses to say, just be positive, just be like this, just attract abundance, to people who are in extreme poverty or extreme mental illness. No, but you know what? Those people shouldn't seek after that advice, because that advice is not made for them. They should go to a job center. They should seek financial advice. They should go to therapy. They should talk to ChatGPT. They should stay here on Earth for a while, figure that out until they get to the next step. But it doesn't make it any less true. Papa!
Like you are trying so hard to do. The reason why is because there's a bigger problem besides you. Imagine walking up to people who are really suffering in this world and just being like, well, you can create your own reality. Do you realize how stupid that sounds?
Yeah. It does sound stupid, but it isn't, as I said, as literal as you are pointing it out. Because what you're doing, you are twisting an entire movement that, when actually interpreted in the right way, can help you. Because it makes your ego subside, and it makes you remember who you are, and therefore not give a shit about what's around you. You know, how you actually create change in your reality is by literally not giving a damn about your reality and about how it looks to you. Because the more you are personally attached to what's outside of you, the less you are able to create what you want.
If you're in the position to be able to recreate your own reality, you are privileged as
No. You are not privileged as fuck when you are in a position to recreate your reality. It's a stupid thing to say. Nobody is more privileged than another person. Nobody. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes of people. Everybody has something. Everybody has an illness. Everybody has a mental illness. Everybody has people who they have lost. Everyone. Just because you don't like what they're saying doesn't mean that you are more oppressed than any other one of us. We're all oppressed in some sort of way. And don't fucking compare yourself to anyone, because that's not honest. It's not fair to yourself, and it's not fair to other people. Other people have gone through I won't say all the same stuff. None of the stuff that you have gone through. I haven't gone through what you have gone through, and I am not judging you whatsoever, because I don't give a fuck about what you do. And who cares about what other people do? And if they say that they can recreate their own reality, it doesn't make you privileged. It makes you open-minded. That is what it makes you.
And promoting that and making other people think that something is wrong with them because they're not getting where they want to be is exactly what's wrong.
Yeah, I do actually agree with that. It is wrong to think that where anybody is wrong. Where they are is not wrong. Where they are is exactly where they're meant to be. But that's the thing. When you are that negative, like Mrs. Alice the hippie over here, it makes you dwell on everything that's outside of you, and it makes you in disbelief. But it's all about whatever you make of it. You know, life sucks. You know how many times I wanted to kill myself over my whole life? It's been every year I've been like, yeah, let's do it. Like, whenever you get to that point, really that point, like I could say you're privileged as fuck for making this video thinking that you're, that life is worth whinging over this much. Because when you're really in pain, when you are really, really, really in pain, I couldn't make a video like this if I was really in pain and see things as clearly for me. She's speaking her own truth and she is seeing things clearly for her. And I looked at the comments and a lot of people agree with it. And as I said before, I do agree with some parts of the video. Some parts of the video are very strong, as in there are certain rules that New Age spirituality people say that you have to abide to these certain types of rules, or you are not part of our little thing that we have here. But there, you know, when you're really in pain, you don't get to whine like this about life. Like, you really don't, because nothing is worth whining about, because your whole life sucks. You're just in pain. If you're really in pain, I couldn't have made a video like this, and like you couldn't have made a video like that. You feel like, she feels like she's strong, she's empowered, and she's speaking her truth. Like, what's wrong with that? Nothing. And I am now empowered and strong and speaking my truth. And that's the place that anybody wants to be at. Because remember what I said, everything is changeable. We all have our own unique truths from a different perspective. And that's powerful. And that is not privileged. I mean, that is privileged. I mean, is it privileged? I mean, in a person's, comparing to a person to who I was a few years ago, yeah, that's fucking privileged because I was just in pain. But does it make any... What was I talking about? I don't remember. Let's go to the next point.
Most of New Age spirituality, all they can talk about is manifesting abundance. I made money this way. I can make money this way. I manifested this. I manifested that.
What's wrong with that? What, you can't manifest money and now you are mad at people who can? Is that the thing that's happening here? Because if it is, then yeah, well, who cares? Like, so? I want to manifest a lot of money. Why is that bad? So if you are now encountering one of those poor people and you can't say to them, hey, I know a way how you can literally manifest a lot of money, you wouldn't, because you're just taking more options away from them to manifest money. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Where is the connection to land? Where is the connection to other people? Where are you actually helping other people?
Well, maybe they have another view on money. Money is energy. Instead of money, you need to work for money. There is no connection to land because land doesn't really exist. Like, that's just a narrow-minded way of thinking that, and even me, I haven't even manifested like a lot of money in my life, and I can still just believe that there is going to be money, because I'm not willing to give up that belief just because a lot of people say you have to work for money and it can't come just out of nowhere. This is what makes you stuck. Like, this is what makes you still limited. Like, it's so funny that these people, they are so negative about everything because they think, you know, no, they're not negative, they're realistic, right? Reality does not exist. Everybody's living in their own realities. And again, if a poor, very poor person looks at a video of someone who has manifested a lot of money, that of course is going to upset them because it's like two extremes are looking at each other. And I don't think that a lot of people realize that extremes actually attract each other. And that's why you have a lot of narcissists and empaths. Those people attract each other because they're both in the same type of extreme manipulation that they are literally magnets. Both manipulate. Empaths or people, let's say people pleasers, manipulate because they are portraying themselves as someone who they are not. Narcissists manipulate because they are using people and also portraying like they are better than who they really are. So yeah, of course they're gonna be upset. But then again, seek advice for where you're at. Do not seek advice. Do not, Bashar had a good thing to say about it. He said, if you're not ready to fly, then don't jump off the cliff. Do not seek advice that you do not need right now. Seek other advice. I don't know. Go do a course. I don't fucking know.
Besides charging X amount of dollars for your online course.
Then don't do a course.
Or for your content. New Age spirituality uses capitalism and abuses and takes advantage of other people so that they can feed their own spiritual ego.
I do agree with a part of that. I think there certainly are a lot of people in a New Age movement who abuse the beliefs of consumers to promote their own products. But there's also a lot of good people. And I get it, but it's like, yeah, whine about it like I'm whining about this video, but then just look for your own crowd. And it seems like if I go to her TikTok, she has quite the following. Yeah, there are people who are agreeing with everything that she's saying. And again, not saying it's a bad message, but I just wanted to clear a lot of things up, because as I said, like, a lot of things that she's saying make sense, but it's coming from a fear-based thing. And I don't want anybody to believe that New Age spirituality is a scam, because then anything is a scam. Philosophy is a scam. I don't know, but like, there's a lot of things that are interpreted the wrong way when people are stuck in their own fear and negative beliefs. And this is not me saying that you should be more positive, Alice the hippie. I don't remember her name. But yeah, buy my course. Oh, actually, do my free course. It's free. Oh, my website isn't published yet. When my website is published again, do my free course. It's free. It's not paid. You don't have to pay for it. It's not behind a paywall. It's free. It's FREE. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!